Welcome to Uniontown High School for high school boys basketball action tonight as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown 15-3 overall, 9-2 in conference play. Laurel Highlands 15-5 overall, 10-1 in the conference. The Mustangs have clinched at least a share of the section title. They have an opportunity to win it outright with a win over Uniontown tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders need a win over Laurel Highlands to share the section title with the Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Subrick. Nice to have you along with us here on Fayette County Television. Steve, and a lot on the line tonight.
It's going to be a great atmosphere. The Mustangs can win the title outright, like you said. The Red Raiders need to play a little better. They've been struggling a little bit on the defensive end, letting teams get down low on them. And the Red Raiders have to do a better job in the paint tonight. They have to get their big guys to play a little tougher against a very tall lineup from Laurel Highlands.
Shane Guthrie and Keith Liptak combined for over 40 points against the Red Raiders, and Laurel Highlands 77-71 win over Uniontown back in January. I'm sure Rob Kazmarski has something up his sleeve to try to slow down the Mustangs tonight.
Well, he's going to have to try something different. The pressure last time, they did a 2-2-1 zone press. Liptak was throwing baseball passes over the top. I would imagine they're going to go some kind of man-to-man pressure, get the ball out of his hands, and force the Laurel Highlands guards to dribble up the court, which will be play right into Uniontown's quicker guards.
Should be a lot of fun tonight. We'll bring you all of the exciting play-by-play action here on Fayette County Television. Steve and I back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off in just a moment.
Fayette TV thanks Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning for their support of community television and Red Raider basketball. Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Fayette, Greene, and Washington area for 4 generations. Your heating and air conditioning experts, servicing all brands including Lennox and Carrier. Call Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning today at 724-438-8149. The experienced team of home builders at Century Construction supports your Red Raider basketball team at Uniontown Area High School. Century Construction has been a member of the community since 1974. They are a small company by choice with a focus on customer satisfaction. They've built hundreds of homes within a 60-mile radius of Uniontown and perform commercial custom work too. Learn more about saving money with the Owner Builder Program when you visit their website at centuryconstruction-pa.com. Your full-service construction and development corporation, Century Construction, is proud to help bring you today's broadcast of Red Raider basketball. Call them at 724-437-2752.
Attorney Joseph M. George is a proud supporter of Uniontown Red Raider basketball. Attorney Joseph M. George is grateful for the opportunity to serve our community and wishes all of our local teams and coaches the best of luck this season and in all of their future endeavors.
None of us are immune from losing a loved one, and for many, it's the most difficult thing we go through. The Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home helps you in your time of grief by providing compassionate, personalized care. Funeral Director Stephen E. Kazmarski and his attentive staff will handle the fine details of the funeral process, allowing you to focus on saying goodbye to your loved one and healing your grieving heart. Celebrate everything your family member meant to you by giving them a farewell that's worthy of a life well lived. The Stephen E. Kazmarski Funeral Home is a comforting, peaceful environment where families can gather and support each other, where you and your loved ones will be treated with the respect and dignity that you deserve. Stop in and discover the reason why so many Fayette County families entrust the Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home with the care of their loved one.
When water, smoke, or fire damage your home, it can be devastating. When every minute counts, call PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage. We're there for you when you need us the most, responding quickly with compassion. doing whatever it takes to give you back your home and sense of security. That's why we're trusted by insurance professionals and property owners nationwide. PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage.
Uniontown area school board member Lloyd Williams is happy to give our student athletes their chance in the spotlight through a partnership with Fayette TV. Lloyd Williams joins you in cheering for the Uniontown Red Raiders and wishes all players success in their academic and athletic pursuits. From Lloyd Williams and his family to our student athletes, play hard, be safe, and have fun.
Brian Morozak and Steve Subrick back here at Uniontown High School. The Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs about 5 minutes away from the opening tip-off. Now let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, being brought to you by Cardello Electric and Lighting on Daniel Drive in Uniontown. Steve?
Okay, Brian, for the Uniontown Red Raiders, coming in with a 9-2 section mark, 15-3 overall in Section 3 AAA. Starting at guard tonight, a 5'10 senior, 9.5 points a game. Number 1, Birdie Winfrey at guard. A 5'10 senior, 13 points a game. Number 4, Christian Kazmarski at guard. A 6'1 junior, 10 points a game. Number 5, Birdie Ellis at guard. A 6'2 junior, 18 points a game. Number 10, Jordan Pratt. And at center tonight for the Red Raiders, a 6'2 sophomore, 6 points a game. Number 23, Jeremy Perkins.
Taking a look at the starters for Rick Hoggart's Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 15-5 overall, 10-1 in conference play. The Mustangs have won 9 games in a row, and they'll start at guard tonight. A 6-foot junior, number 4, Cody Thomas, averaging 2.5 points a game. Also getting the start at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Joe Pegg. Pegg averaging 10.7 points a game and leads the Mustangs with 37 made three-pointers on the season. Getting the start at forward, a 6'4 senior, number 11, Keith Liptak. Liptak averages 9 points and 7 rebounds a game. Also getting the start at guard, a 5'11 junior, number 22, Nick Lancaster. Lancaster averaging 7.6 points a game and has converted on 19 threes so far this season. And rounding out the lineup for the Mustangs, starting at center, a 6'3 senior, number 42, Shane Guthrie, averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds a game for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, who come into this game with a 1-game lead over the Uniontown Red Raiders in Section 3. Laurel Highlands at 10-1, Uniontown at 9-2, Mount Pleasant's at 7-4. The Derry Trojans and the Yacht Cougars fighting for the 4th and final playoff spot in the conference. Derry at 5-6, Yacht at 5-7. The Trojans will wrap up play tonight, and Yacht will have to wait and see what happens with Derry's game to find out if they will be involved in this year's WPIAL playoffs. And Steve, this is the 100th meeting between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. Your final thoughts here before the opening tip tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, Brian. It's going to be exciting. It's a big crowd here. The crowd was, this place was jam-packed even before the JV game, even before halftime. So people were filing in. Tough ticket to get, sold out, and should be a lot of fun. The Red Raiders have to play better, though, Brian. They've lacked getting back on defense the last 3 or 4 games. We've noted that, and this might not be a big problem tonight because the Mustangs don't run the ball normally like some of the other teams do. But the Red Raiders have to do better down low against the big guys of Laurel Highlands. That's Liptak and Guthrie. So it should be a good matchup.
Uniontown looking to shore up at least a share of their 3rd straight section title. And Steve, if you look to our right and look on the wall up there, quite a few section titles in Uniontown high school basketball history. And again, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Did it in 2011, did it in 2012, and trying to get back for another section title, but they'll have to knock off their rival here tonight. And it's been a couple of years with the Mustangs and Quade over the last couple of seasons, but we've seen a Uniontown Laurel Highlands game come to decide the section title here in the final game of the season. Of course, if we go back a couple of years ago, you remember Billy Hall sinking those big free throws to win a section for Uniontown against the Laurel Highlands, but it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, those were good times. And Brian, it's even though it'll be co-champs, but both teams will get to hang the banner. And 5-10 years from now, no one's going to remember that they were co-champs. Both teams will be able to claim it, and so it should be a lot of fun. And Uniontown wants to get another one. Of course, Laurel Laurel Highlands already has a section championship, but they would like nothing more than to keep the Red Raiders from getting another one. So it should be a great matchup.
We're back with the opening tip-off in just a moment. You're listening to high school basketball here on 590 WMBS and on the MSA Sports Network, and also viewing the broadcast here on Fayette County Television. We're back in a moment.
Fayette TV thanks Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning for their support of community television and Red Raider basketball. Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Fayette, Greene, and Washington area for 4 generations. Your heating and air conditioning experts, servicing all brands including Lennox and Carrier. Call Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning today at 724-438-8149. The experienced team of home builders at Century Construction supports your Red Raider basketball team at Uniontown Area High School. Century Construction has been a member of the community since 1974. They are a small company by choice with a focus on customer satisfaction. They've built hundreds of homes within a 60-mile radius of Uniontown and perform commercial custom work too. Learn more about saving money with the Owner Builder Program when you visit their website at centuryconstruction-pa.com. Your full-service construction and development corporation, Century Construction, is proud to help bring you today's broadcast of Red Raider basketball. Call them at 724-437-2752.
Attorney Joseph M. George is a proud supporter of Uniontown Red Raider basketball. Attorney Joseph M. George is grateful for the opportunity to serve our community and wishes all of our local teams and coaches the best of luck this season and in all of their future endeavors.
None of us are immune from losing a loved one, and for many, it's the most difficult thing we go through. The Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home helps you in your time of grief by providing compassionate, personalized care. Funeral Director Stephen E. Kazmarski and his attentive staff will handle the fine details of the funeral process, allowing you to focus on saying goodbye to your loved one and healing your grieving heart. Celebrate everything your family member meant to you by giving them a farewell that's worthy of a life well lived. The Stephen E. Kazmarski Funeral Home is a comforting, peaceful environment where families can gather and support each other, where you and your loved ones will be treated with the respect and dignity that you deserve. Stop in and discover the reason why so many Fayette County families entrust the Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home with the care of their loved one.
When water, smoke, or fire damage your home, it can be devastating. When every minute counts, call PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage. We're there for you when you need us the most, responding quickly with compassion, doing whatever it takes to give you back your home and sense of security. That's why we're trusted by insurance professionals and property owners nationwide. PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage.
Uniontown Area School Board member Lloyd Williams is happy to give our student athletes their chance in the spotlight through a partnership with Fayette TV. Lloyd Williams joins you in cheering for the Uniontown Red Raiders and wishes all players success in their academic and athletic pursuits. From Lloyd Williams and his family to our student athletes, play hard, be safe, and have fun.
Ryan Morozak and Steve Suberg back here at Uniontown High School. The Red Raiders, the Mustangs, getting set to tip tonight. Our referees, Dave Moore, TJ Fischera, and Dale Thornhurst. And Steve, this is one of the biggest crowds I can remember for a Uniontown Laurel Highlands game in quite some time.
That's the biggest one probably in this gym, and they sold out all the tickets, and none were available. And it was almost like a situation. You might see some people outside selling them, if you know what I mean. But no, it's it's a lot of fun, and it should be very, very exciting. And we're getting ready to get going here. The band's here, and it's going to be loud in here tonight, Brian. And the players are going to have to be able. Communication will be different. You know, most of these guys, most of the year, both these teams haven't played in front of crowds like this before. So whether they'll be able to hear each other or not, hear the coaches' calls. You know, some of those things to look for as the game unfolds.
Uniontown and Laurel Highlands, one of 3 Section 3 games tonight. The Derry Trojans need a win over Greensburg-Salem to qualify for the playoffs. That game being played at Greensburg-Salem. Mount Pleasant also wrapping up their season at Southmoreland after Mount Pleasant defeated Uniontown on Tuesday. They had a tough time, Stephen, in a non-conference game on Wednesday, losing to East Allegheny, a mediocre team in AAA. And you kind of wonder how Mount Pleasant's mindset was, Steve, after pulling a big win over Uniontown on Tuesday and then coming back with a so-so performance against East Allegheny on Wednesday.
Well, it just, things like that are what makes you wonder really how good the Red Raiders are, Brian. I mean, they go up there and lose to Mount Pleasant, and then they lose to East Allegheny. And quite frankly, that game up there, it wasn't the refs didn't take it away from them. Mount Pleasant just outplayed the Red Raiders. They got more rebounds. I wouldn't say they out-hustled them, but they certainly played better and played good enough to win. And so the Red Raiders have some things to work on, and hopefully, a loss like that may get some of the attention of some of these players, and Coach Kaczmarski's message might get through, and maybe they'll play a little better.
Well, the Red Raiders have an opportunity, though, Steve, with the win over Laurel Highlands today. That loss against Mount Pleasant on Tuesday will be quickly forgotten.
That's correct, and tonight's a night that these games, no matter what the records, whether it's for a section championship or not, of course, all these people wouldn't be here if it wasn't, and so this game is going to be something that these kids will remember for the rest of their lives. So it should be a lot of fun tonight, and hopefully everyone will play well, and we'll have one heck of a game to watch.
Uniontown and their home lights trimmed in maroon, moving right to left on your radio dial. Laurel Highlands and their way blues trimmed in white and red. A couple of other big games going on tonight in Fayette County. Connellsville at Albert Gallatin, but of course that game meaningless as far as the playoffs go, but those two schools, Fayette County rivals. Also in the county tonight, Fraser at Brownsville. The Brownsville boys in the playoffs this season, and Geibel wrapping up their regular season in conference play tonight, hosting Vela. Also the Yacht Cougars hosting Ringgold in a non-conference game. And we're set to play here tonight. The Red Raiders and the Mustangs on the court. Dave Moore, our head referee, will step into the center circle and get this contest underway as the players shake hands here at midcourt. The Mustangs and the Red Raider players, of course, know each other very well here, Steve, living and residing in this Fayette County and Uniontown area. As Dave Moore steps into the center circle, will be Shane Guthrie against Jeremy Perkins here for the opening tap, and the tap goes out of bounds on the far side, and it will be Uniontown's basketball.
Know each other very well, Brian. That's an understatement. These kids have been playing against each other and with each other for quite a long time. Grade school, church league, and all the youth leagues around. So AAU ball. So these kids all know each other very, very well.
The Red Raiders start with the first possession of the game in the Laurel Highlands zone. Jordan Pratt, left wing, is going to launch the three and connect. A great start for the Red Raiders from their leading scorer, Jordan Pratt, who came into this game averaging almost 19 points a game.
The Red Raiders in the 2-2-1 press.
Lancaster able to bring it across here on the near side of Liptock, who drives off the glass. Shot attempt no good. Perkins, a big rebound for Uniontown. So a good start for the Red Raiders, who have the basketball leading 3-0 here at the 7:24 mark of the opening quarter. Here's Xavier Ellis, right side to Craig. He's going to launch the three. It was partially blocked by Liptock, deflected out of bounds and over to Laurel Highlands.
And it was blocked. 6'4" Keith Liptock out there, gets a piece of it, and then it goes out of bounds off the Red Raiders. 2-2-1 pressure for the Red Raiders.
So it shows a lot when those big guys for Laurel Highlands able to come outside the arc and really make a difference in this game. Liptock on the far side being pressed by Christian Kaczmarski, and it looks like Crit's going to pick up the foul here.
Yeah, he fouled him, Brian. He was putting his hands all over Kaczmarski, or over Liptock, and Coach K didn't like the call. I don't know what he's complaining about. He thought maybe Liptock kind of hip checked him, but looked like a pretty decent call.
We talked about it maybe being a hockey game, Steve, here because of crowd control tonight and the fans having to sit down. We've seen our first hip check of the night.
Yeah, Red Raiders in a 3-2 zone.
As Lancaster has it up top, off to his left to Cody Thomas, the junior getting the start tonight for Rick Hager's squad. Sent on the far side to Pegg, and Pegg's going to launch the three. Off the side of the rim, no good, then touches the support above the backboard, out of bounds over to Uniontown. And Pegg, Steve, as we mentioned during the first portion of our pregame show, has really stepped up his game, averaging over 10 points a game, has made 37 threes on the season for the Mustangs.
Yeah, pretty good shooter from the outside. He had a good look there, Brian, but just couldn't connect.
So the Red Raiders have the basketball in the Laurel Highlands zone, up 3-0 here, the 6:40 mark of the opening quarter, and Grit launching a three, too strong, and picked up by Laurel Highlands coming back. It's Pegg running, getting rejected by Xavier Ellis. Ball into the hands of Uniontown's Christian Kazmarski, looking for a bounce pass forward, deflected by Lancaster. We're back into the hands of Grit. Off to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie drives, partially blocked by Guthrie, and Guthrie picks it up for Laurel Highlands, but throws it right to Xavier Ellis for Uniontown. Ellis takes it back inside, drives the lane. Circus shot no good, but he draws the contact. 2 free throws upcoming for Xavier Ellis.
Good job by Ellis to save that ball as it was going across half court, and then he drove it right in, and the foul's going to go on Guthrie. That's his first.
Ellis for the season from the foul line just 51%, 62 of 51. First of 2 here, no good. And remember, Steve, the first meeting of the season between these two teams was decided at the free throw line.
And the Red Raiders did not shoot well that night on the line, and they start out 0 for 2 tonight.
Ellis misses the second, but Pratt looking for a putback, no good, deflected out of bounds, will stay with Uniontown.
Good job by Pratt. He missed a chippy though, Brian, and that mask again, you wonder if he's getting used to that. He just can't, he's not shooting like he did before early in the season with that mask on his nose.
He's hoping to get clearance from the athletic training staff here at Uniontown to have that mask off come playoff time. He works it inside here to Perkins, little baby hook, no good. And Lipstock with the rebound for Laurel Highlands, looking to run through center to Lancaster. Kicks it out to Pegg. Head fake on the three, now drives inside, lost the handle. Picked up by Xavier Ellis for Uniontown. Ellis off to Pratt, drives inside, count the basket and the foul, Jordan Pratt. He has all 5 of Uniontown's points tonight. They can make it 6 here at the free throw line.
And the foul's going to go against, now the officials are talking to Pratt. Pratt must have said something to, was it Pegg or Thomas that got him? I think it was Pegg. It was Pegg.
It was Pegg.
Yeah,
We're waiting to see who was going to get posted on here.
And the official got right into the kitchen there of Pratt to let him know, hey, listen, we're not going to put up with anything today. And Pratt calms down and see if he can make the free throw, and he does.
For Jordan Pratt, that was his 126th made free throw of the season and 160 free throw attempts.
And he has all the points so far in this game, Brian, with Pratt with 6 points.
Uniontown leading 6-0. Laurel Highlands now in a little bit of a funk after a slow start here at Uniontown High School tonight. Cody Thomas with it outside the arc. Off to his left to Lancaster. Launches the three and connects nothing but net. Nick Lancaster, the 5'11 junior guard, has the Mustangs right back to within 3 of Uniontown at 6-3. Here's Crit with it up top in the Laurel Highlands zone. Off to Birdie Winfrey, back to Crit. Had an open look at it, 3 passes on it. Sends it over to Birdie's direction, who's going to shoot the 3. No good off the back iron. And it's Thomas with a rebound for Laurel Highlands. Off to Pegg and now Lancaster.
And Shane Guthrie has yet to touch the ball on the offensive end, Brian. They got to get some touches down there to him.
Perkins doing a good job on him, and he does it again as he knocks the basketball away, but into the hands of Pegg. That's deflected by Xavier Ellis right in front of us. And they're going to rule Ellis out of bounds on the near side. And it will be Laurel Highlands basketball in front of us.
And they tried to get it down there. Like you said, Perkins tipped it away. They're double teaming, triple teaming him down low.
Lipstock now working it in here to Lancaster. Laurel Highlands with the basketball down 6-3 against the Red Raiders here at the 4:48 mark of the opening quarter. Lancaster back between the circles. Sent over near side to Pegg, who launches the 3 and hits it again. So Pegg and Lancaster with 2 made 3 balls for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And the Mustangs with 6 unanswered to tie this game up at 6 with Uniontown. And Pratt looking for a big 3 for Uniontown, in and out. Xavier Ellis, the rebound, drives inside, a miss on the putback. Tip back to Birdie Winfrey. 3rd attempt on the possession for the Red Raiders. Winfrey drives and scores to put Uniontown on top 8-6.
That's something they didn't do against Mount Pleasant, Brian. They got no offensive rebounds.
Got a few there to help out on that possession. Bounce pass inside. Pegg drives off a nice feed from Lipstock, and Pegg finishes the play. He has 5, and we're knotted up at 8 here at the 4-minute mark of the opening quarter.
Just like that, the Mustangs back in it.
Here's Crit sending it far side to Xavier Ellis. Back to Crit between the circles. Near side, Birdie Winfrey. Up top again to Crit, is going to slow the tempo down for the Red Raiders in this 8-8 game. Off to Birdie again, and now Crit high on the left. Feeling out this Mount Pleasant defense. Pratt now rotates down low as Ellis picks up the basketball. Sent over to Crit now on the left wing. Back up top again to Ellis. And now Crit again on the left wing. Picked up there by Cody Thomas. Up top again to Xavier Ellis. Comes inside, feeds it down low to Pratt. And a whistle down low and a foul on the floor.
Could be on Thomas. Pratt did a little pump fake there, and Thomas got up in the air and landed on the back of Jordan Pratt.
First personal against Cody Thomas. Third team foul against the Mustangs here at the 3:24 mark of the opening quarter. Uniontown keeps possession of the basketball as Crit will trigger it in here right at the basket in the Laurel Highlands zone. Sent into Pratt. Up top again to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie hands off to Xavier Ellis, right wing. Back up top again to Winfrey. Left side to Crit. Head fake on the three. Doesn't shoot. Sends it up top again to Birdie. Drives right to the lane in traffic. Might have been blocked away by Liptak, but Winfrey able to regain. Second attempt, no good. Deflected into the hands of Laurel Highlands. Joey Pegg will pull it back here to Nick Lancaster between the circles. Lancaster sends it over near side. Little touch pass. Driving but missing there is Liptak. Basketball still loose and finally picked up by Uniontown's Joey Campbell, who just checked into the game replacing Jeremy Perkins. Pratt setting it up top again to Ellis. Over to Crit. Crit now looking for room here on the left wing. Sends it high on the right now to Xavier Ellis. And a whistle and a traveling violation against the Red Raiders. Both of these teams bringing very enthusiastic fans here again tonight, Steve.
Yeah, there's going to be a need for some crowd control before this is over.
Standing room only and then some. As Liptak brings it across, bounce pass forward to Lancaster.
Really, still, if you have to get it down and low, now with Campbell on him, let's see if they can get it in there. But Campbell doing a pretty good job as Perkins did.
I'm impressed with both Campbell and Perkins here early on, working on Laurel Highlands' bigger men. And here's a three ball from the big guy. Liptak, no good offensive rebound. Guthrie scores on the putback as it spins in. You asked where was Shane Guthrie. He had a rebound and a putback there, Steve, to put the Mustangs on top 10-8. Laurel Highlands now in a 10-2 run over Uniontown. After the Red Raiders score the first 6 points in this game. Crit trying to change that, and he does from the outside. Draining a three from the left wing to put Uniontown back on top. 11-10, and for Christian Kazmarski, that is his 45th made three of the season for Uniontown. Again, the Mustangs break the Uniontown press. Lancaster bounce pass down to Liptak. Blocked away by Joey Campbell, but Campbell will pick up the foul here for the Red Raiders.
Could go on DeAndre Winfrey as well. And they know they probably throw it to Campbell, and they do.
Only the second team foul against the Red Raiders here in the first half. Uniontown with an 11-10 lead over Laurel Highlands as Heath Liptak goes to the foul line. Liptak 65% this season from the free throw line, 63 of 97. Shooting two here with the Mustangs down a point. First of two up on the way, but no good at the back iron. Now Laurel Highlands a couple of substitutions as Michael Hooper comes into the game. I've really been impressed with Hooper's play so far this season for Laurel Highlands, Steve.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a spark plug out there for the Mustang. He brings a lot of energy to the floor.
Reminds me a lot of Uniontown's Xavier Ellis with the way he plays out there as Liptak drains the second. After missing the first, we're knotted up at 11. They're the 136 mark of the opening quarter. Jordan Pratt with the basketball, far side in the Laurel Highlands zone. Bounce pass down low to Xavier Ellis, kicks it out to Crit, top of the key. Crit now backing off here on Lancaster, sends it off to his right to DeAndre Winfrey. Back to Crit, head fake on the three. Thought about the long two, but passes over to Xavier Ellis. Back to Crit, up top again to DeAndre Winfrey. And again, Crit from the left wing. This three, a good look, but no good. Offensive rebound, Xavier Ellis. Sends it down low to Joey Campbell. Campbell shot up, but again, no good. Red Raiders not getting the bounces. Liptak the rebound, but he's calling for the traveling violation on the far side for Laurel Highlands.
He got called for the travel, Brian. Ellis did a great job to get that rebound. He should have just shot it. He was only 5 feet from the hoop, and he threw it across to Campbell, who got tied up, and then Red Raiders get the ball back on the turnover.
Grit sends into Jordan Pratt, high arcing three, a bit too strong. Offensive rebound, Campbell. Sent out to DeAndre Winfrey. Under a minute left here in the first. Uniontown the basketball at this game down at 11. Ellis now for three, no good, but he's fouled by Hooper. 3 free throws upcoming for Xavier Ellis.
And Hooper looks at the official in disbelief, but these players, Brian, this is a veteran officiating crew. They're not going to put up with the players from either team questioning their calls. It's not going to go over well.
First of 3 from Xavier Ellis here. The foul line is good. And we actually saw an incident in the junior varsity game and a player ejected due to the high physical play between these two teams. We expect the referees in this varsity game to have control of things as Ellis misses his second of 3.
That was Lyric Ellis, Brian. He's not available for this game because he got ejected in the JV game, so he will not be able to play tonight.
That's a big loss for the Red Raiders. His brother Xavier, though, hits 2 of 3 here at the foul line to put Uniontown on top 13-11. Now the Red Raiders back in their 2-2-1 press, trying to force a turnover here, but the Mustangs break it across the peg. Off to Lancaster, down low, Hooper, turnaround shot, off the glass, and in for Michael Hooper. So Hooper 2 points off the bench to knot things up at 13 here at the 33-second mark of the opening quarter. Baseline Xavier Ellis trying to pull it back to Pratt. Almost lost the handle, trying to regain. Ball is loose. Goes out of bounds and over to Laurel Highlands.
And there's a perfect example, Brian. That mask on with Pratt. He just doesn't handle the ball well. Anything he's looking down, it's a different look. He has to look under and over those, that plastic in the mask. And he's just not comfortable. You can see it, especially on the short shots around the hoop. He's having a lot of trouble.
He said it's mainly affected his vision, Steve, more than anything out there. He tries to take it off when shooting free throws, but still trying to get used to, and he's hoping again to have it off come playoff time. Under 8 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands looking for the last shot. Game tied at 13, down at 3, down at 2. Peg with it. Comes inside, floater of the buzzer, no good. So after one, we're knotted up at 13. Back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Here on Ottawa and Suzuki High School Sports Night on WMBS and Fayette County Television.
You right, 60 seconds, right?
Yep.
Okay. "45 seconds.
Okay.
We shouldn't get in trouble for that.
I didn't think we said anything bad.
No, with the Ellises.
No. I wasn't going to say who it was, but you called him out, so.
Oh, boy. 28 seconds.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Make sure everybody sits down because there's a camera behind you guys filming. Just when the game's going on, you know what I mean? Just make sure you know what I mean?
Time check, Steve.
All right, stand by. 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome back to Uniontown High School. Tied at 13, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands as we get ready to start the second quarter, Steve.
Yeah, rebounding's edge in Uniontown's favor tonight, 8-5, and turnovers about even at 3 apiece. And team fouls, LH with 4, Uniontown with 2. Thanks to Nick Barczyk, our stat man on the case tonight.
Our producer, Nick Kraft, back at WMBS Central, and Dave Sislerik and the crew from Fayette County Television tonight as well. Here's Liptock driving inside a miss, but Hooper there to clean things up for Laurel Highlands. Michael Hooper, his second bucket of the night, has the Mustangs on top 15-13.
Yeah, he makes things happen, Brian. And now Mansbury checks in the game for Guthrie. Guthrie must be a little bit hobbled with that ankle, Brian. He hasn't done much.
Missed a game last week for Laurel Highlands, and they were concerned, as was the concern the first time these two teams met with Guthrie's ankle status. It was pretty much, a traveling violation against the Red Raiders. It was pretty much certain, though, he was going to play tonight, regardless of how bad that ankle felt. But right now, he's on the bench, sitting next to Laurel Highlands assistant Jack Beener over there, but expect him to be back into the game rather soon.
Well, Mansbury had a pretty good game the other night, so he's more than capable to come in and get some points.
Here's Peg launching a 3, short out the front of the rim, offensive rebound, Liptock. That's going to be a traveling violation on Liptock, looking for the little extension there, but he wasn't going to get it from our crew.
Just drug the pivot foot, not a bad move. He pumped fake and went up and under, but he kind of dragged it a little bit, and the official called him for the travel.
It was an NBA game, maybe, Steve.
Yeah.
That might even been pushing it a bit. So Uniontown down 2 with the basketball in the Laurel Highlands zone.
I don't see too many traveling calls in NBA games, Brian.
There's Xavier Ellis, near wing. Up top again to Birdie Winfrey. Far side to Crit. Good ball movement from the Red Raiders. Bounce pass down low. Pratt leans, trying to draw the contact. No foul called. Basket no good. And Liptock the rebound for Laurel Highlands. Off to Lancaster. Lancaster coming baseline. Pulls it back out. Up in front. A miss there from Mansbury. Basketball still loose. Picked up by Crit. Needs a save from Xavier Ellis. It goes out of bounds and over to Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Not liking the call.
Yeah, no, that was a good call, but the official saw, and we had a good view of it. His foot was on the line when he went to try to save that ball. And Brian, Laurel Highlands is staying in that 2-3 zone, trying to force Uniontown to shoot from the outside.
Here's Hooper putting it down, back up again, and he's going to be called for a traveling violation.
And Hooper's not, he's letting the ref know he didn't like the call. And
I don't think it's going to do any of these players any good.
These guys are top-notch officials. It's a big game. The WPL is going to send one of their best crews out here, and they're not going to put up with it.
Especially with the section title on the line, at least for Uniontown tonight. The Mustangs know they at least have a share. Uniontown wants a piece of it as well. Here's Crit. No look. Pass down low. Perkins open. Missed a bunny on a left block. Should have had that one.
Yeah, it was a good pass by Crit. Nice little over-the-top pass, and Perkins just missed it.
Got to finish those type of plays.
Yep.
They'll have more opportunities here later in the game, though.
Uniontown in a 3-2 zone now. They're trying to pack it in. Now with Guthrie out of the game, they can take some more chances on the outside.
Mustangs slowing down the tempo. Liptock has it outside the arc far side. Sent up to Peg. And now Lancaster. Lancaster holds near side Hooper. Inside to Liptock. Takes it to the rack. Coming up short with that attempt. Hooper offensive rebound. Missing on the putback. Third attempt. Hooper circus shot no good off the glass. Still loose down low. Picked up by Uniontown's Birdie Winfrey. Off to Pratt. And now Crit outside the arc. Crit comes inside, lost the dribble, kicks it out wide open. Birdie Winfrey for 3 off the back iron, no good. Good job there from Perkins to poke it out to Xavier Ellis, who takes it back inside and scores for the Red Raiders. Xavier Ellis now with 4, and we're knotted up at 15 with 5:09 left here before halftime.
And Laurel Highlands looks to be a little confused with this pressure. It's the same trap they've seen forever against Uniontown. They're going to call a timeout.
We'll take one as well. 4:59 left before halftime. Knotted up at 15 here on Fayette County TV and WMBS. It's Otto N. Suzuki High School Sports Night. Back in 30 seconds.
Clear.
This is Campbell.
Yes.
Okay.
13 seconds.
Okay.
Stand by. 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome back to Uniontown High School. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super here on 590 WMBS and Fayette County Television tonight. This game knotted up at 15. Will be Laurel Highlands basketball, so they'll trigger it in front of their bench on the far side.
And Uniontown going to come out a different look out of the timeout. Good job by Coach Kizmarski. They're going to go to man-to-man pressure now, and this is what we thought they would do earlier.
See if it pays off here. Hooper off the inbounds pass, trying to drive inside, a lot of contact, nothing called. Ball comes loose. Mansbury picks it up. Shot attempt no good. Birdie Winfrey the rebound, and he's fouled by the aforementioned Jake Mansbury.
Yeah, Mansbury really cost himself there, Brian. He just missed an easy layup. He got the miss by Hooper, point-blank range, and you could just see the enormity of the game, Brian. It's affecting the players. These are shots, we've seen everybody miss a couple of bunnies, shots they'd make in their sleep, and he just missed one, and then he gets the foul.
So the Red Raiders get an opportunity with a basketball back here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Xavier Ellis up top to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie trying to come inside here. A little floater in the lane. No good. Offensive rebound. Jordan Pratt swatted from behind by Guthrie. Basketball into the hands of Hooper. So the Mustangs now trying to settle things down with this game knotted up at 15 after forcing a turnover.
Well, for a kid that doesn't start, Hooper gets a lot of minutes. He gets a lot of minutes out there, Brian, and I can see why. He brings a lot of energy, and he can match the speed of Uniontown.
Lancaster was looking for a bounce pass down low. It was kicked. But after the stoppage, Laurel Highlands retains possession. Here's Hooper again. Sending it down low to Guthrie, trying to work here on Perkins. Shot up on the way, no good. The Red Raiders with a good job coming over to help. And now they have an opportunity here in transition. Pratt takes it to the rack, up and in. Counted for Jordan Pratt. He has 8. The Red Raiders back on top, 17-15. We get back into their press. Lancaster sending it back to Hooper. Up to Liptak.
And there we go. He throws it right over the top. And I'm just too easy.
Down to Peg, and now Guthrie. Baseline from 5, no good. Perkins the rebound. Numbers coming back for the Raiders. Here's Jordan Pratt finishing another play for Uniontown. Pratt already in double figures with 10, and Uniontown has a 4-point lead at 19-15. Hooper up to Lancaster here on the near side. And firing it down low, this time intercepted by Perkins as Pratt and Lancaster collide in front of us. Xavier Ellis picks it up, looking for a little scoop shot, deflected out of bounds, last touch by the Mustangs, and will stay with Uniontown. So the Red Raiders, Steve, playing well here in the second quarter, having the basketball in a 4-point lead.
And Lancaster just made an unforced error, tried to throw the baseball pass down, and nobody there. He threw it into double coverage, if you will, and he had, they had the press broken, but for some reason he tried to throw it from half court. He could have dribbled across, and it was a turnover. Red Raiders get it back and a foul.
And I'll feed it in here to Birdie Winfrey.
Actually, no foul, just a ball out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands.
Birdie sends it over to Jordan Pratt. Bounce pass inside. Good ball movement. Campbell trying to finish the play. Shot attempt no good, but a foul called here on the Mustangs.
That'll be on Guthrie. Should be his second.
That was one of the things Rob Kesmarski said to us earlier in the week, Steve. He'd love to get Liptak and Guthrie in foul trouble.
No, that's a good job. Good ball movement that time by the Red Raiders. Nice interior passing. And that was Ellis made a nice bounce pass down to Campbell, who took it right to the hoop and got the foul.
Campbell's first of 2 up on the way in good after getting a friendly bounce off the back of the rim and in.
First point for Joey Campbell tonight.
Came into this game 23 of 39 for the season from the free throw line, 60%. Now ready for his second. This one no good. Liptak the rebound for Laurel Highlands. Both of these teams with similar free throw percentages entering the game, around 63%. Here's Lancaster sending it down low to Guthrie, leans and draws the contact.
That's going to go on either Campbell or Pratt. And a good job by the Mustangs to get the ball into their big guy. And that looks like it'll be on Campbell. That should be his second, and it is.
So for Uniontown, you have 2 personals against Joey Campbell. For Laurel Highlands, you have 2 against Shane Guthrie. And Guthrie's at the free throw line, shooting 2 here for the Mustangs, who find themselves down by 5. First of 2 up on the way in good for the senior Shane Guthrie.
Campbell and Guthrie listed at the same height, but Guthrie much bigger. Of course, he's a couple years older than Campbell. I'm sure Campbell will fill out, but Guthrie's just a beast down low. It's going to be tough for Campbell and Perkins to match up with him tonight.
He makes both free throws to make this a one-possession game again, 20-17 in favor of Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. Jordan Pratt on the far side, sending it up top to Christian Kesmarski. Right wing again to Jordan Pratt, cross court near side to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie driving from left wing and in, takes it to the rack and scores. Birdie Winfrey. He has 4 in the Red Raiders now on top by 5 again at 22-17.
See Mook John in the attendance spot over in the corner watching the game.
And we'll have his game for you tomorrow here on WMBS. This is Roaring Lions wrap up the regular season against Brandywine. Here's Guthrie, leaner inside, no good. Pratt the rebound. Off to Crit. Crit holds high on the right, back between the circles to Birdie Winfrey. Nice feed down low to Joey Campbell, who finishes the play for the Red Raiders. Campbell with 3 in Uniontown, their largest lead of the night now, Steve, at 7, 24-17. Their largest lead since they led 6-0. But Peg trying to cut into it, and he does. Raining a 3 from outside the arc. They'll count the basket, and a foul away from the play. And this foul, Steve, actually might go against the Laurel Highlands.
Wow.
They're going to get Guthrie here, and it'll be his 3rd personal foul. But the basket does count for Joey Peg, making the 3 from the outside. That's a huge foul against Laurel Highlands' big guy and leading scorer Shane Guthrie.
Yeah, not a good play by Guthrie that time. Got to be smarter than that, especially when you got your best 3-point guy out there firing a 3. There's no need to take a chance like that. He was trying to get position for a rebound, but he can't do that. The Mustangs need him on the floor. That's going to hurt.
That's also the 7th team foul against Laurel Highlands. So Joey Campbell will shoot a 1-and-1 here for the Red Raiders, who have a 4-point lead. Front end up on the way and good, and will get the bonus.
The bucket did count, though. The shot was taken before he fouled him, so the Mustangs do get at least a 3-pointer, but that's a tough one. The most important thing is Guthrie with his 3rd foul.
Campbell, 2nd of 2, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Cody Thomas of Laurel Highlands. Off to Lancaster through center. Lancaster trying to send it far side, deflected, actually out off of Liptock and out of bounds. So over to Uniontown. So the Red Raiders a 5-point lead. And the basketball here at the 1:52 mark of the second quarter. As the Red Raiders trigger it in to Christian Kaczmarski. Crit off to Jordan Pratt, fed inside to Perkins, out again to Crit, near side to Birdie Winfrey again. Now Crit again up top, plays catch with Birdie, hands off down low to Jordan Pratt. He's had a heck of a night so far tonight, Steve, with 12 first half points, and the Red Raiders back on top by 7 at 27-20. Mustangs bring it through center. Here's Pegg spotting up again from the outside. This one a bit too strong. Offensive rebound though, Liptock drives but misses.
Yeah, just missed it, Brian. He got himself in position, but he couldn't make the shot.
Red Raiders looking to run, and Jordan Pratt finishes the play again for Uniontown. Pratt with 14 first half points. And the Red Raiders, Steve, trying to silence some of their critics with a 9-point lead here in the first half. Close to forcing a turnover, and they do. Christian Kaczmarski going out of bounds, calls timeout. Heads up play there from Critz. And the Red Raiders lead by 9 with the basketball. 1:06 left before halftime. And we'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout here in Ottawa Suzuki High School Sports Night on WMBS and Fayette County Television.
Okay, you're clear. "13 seconds.
Okay.
Three, 2, and 1.
Back here at Uniontown High School, the Red Raiders with a 29-20 lead over Laurel Highlands, their largest lead of the night. And they have possession of the basketball here in the Mustang zone with 1:06 left before halftime.
Heads up play by Kaczmarski, going out of bounds and called a timeout when he was in the air. Coach Hogger didn't like getting that call, but the official gave it to him.
The Red Raiders will take it. Birdie has it up top. Bounces over to Pratt, shovels it back to Ellis, who comes baseline. Shot blocked, loose down low, picked up by the Mustangs. Sent ahead to Pegg. Pegg now, hands off. Bounce pass, Cody Thomas into Mansberry, a miss down low. Basketball loose. A collision out there and picked up by Birdie Winfrey. Birdie drives back. His shot might have been blocked by Cody Thomas. Perkins picks up the offensive rebound and draws the contact on the putback. Basket no good, but 2 free throws upcoming for Uniontown's Jeremy Perkins. And the Red Raiders have got a lot of things to go their way tonight, Steve. Leading by 9, and they'll take it. Trying to bounce back after a loss against Mount Pleasant on Tuesday and pick up a share of their 3rd straight section title. First of 2 free throws, no good from Jeremy Perkins.
And Patrick Mahoney, 5'7" sophomore guard, 2 points a game in the game for the Mustangs.
Son of our state representative, Tim Mahoney, who's here in attendance tonight as Perkins makes the 2nd free throw for Uniontown to put the Red Raiders up by 10, 30-20. 35 seconds left before halftime. As Mahoney brings it across, sends it over to Thomas. And now Liptock back to Cody Thomas. Thomas comes inside. Good ball movement to Mansberry, who's fouled right block. 2 free throws upcoming for Jake Mansberry.
Mansberry can't buy a hoop right now, Brian. He's getting to the rack, but he can't finish. At least he'll get to go to the line that time, as the foul's going to be called on number 2. Or no, who'd they go? Number 10, that's Pratt. Pratt, and that's his first foul.
First of 2 from Mansberry, no good off the side of the rim. Mansberry just 28% this season from the free throw line as Hooper comes into the game for Laurel Highlands. Liptock and Thomas taking a seat. Also checking in for the Mustangs, Peter Herman, number 40. Mansberry second. This one is good as it rattles in for Jake Mansberry, the 6'3" junior.
And Herman is senior, but he's 6'5", so the Mustangs are adding some muscle and down low.
Down to 15 seconds left before halftime. Here's Crit, sending it over on the near side of Jordan Pratt. Up top to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie holds between the circles. Comes inside. Drives off the glass. No good. Time will expire, but the Red Raiders will take a 9-point lead. To the locker room, up 30-21. Now we'll have a quick Davis and Davis.
Fayette TV thanks Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning for their support of community television and Red Raider basketball. Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Fayette, Greene, and Washington area for 4 generations. Your heating and air conditioning experts. servicing all brands including Lennox and Carrier. Call Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning today at 724-438-8149. The experienced team of home builders at Century Construction supports your Red Raider basketball team at Uniontown Area High School. Century Construction has been a member of the community since 1974. They are a small company by choice with a focus on customer satisfaction. They've built hundreds of homes within a 60-mile radius of Uniontown and perform commercial custom work too. Learn more about saving money with the Owner Builder Program when you visit their website at centuryconstruction-pa.com. Your full-service construction and development corporation, Century Construction, is proud to help bring you today's broadcast of Red Raider basketball. Call them at 724-437-2752.
Attorney Joseph M. George is a proud supporter of Uniontown Red Raider basketball. Attorney Joseph M. George is grateful for the opportunity to serve our community and wishes all of our local teams and coaches the best of luck this season and in all of their future endeavors.
None of us are immune from losing a loved one, and for many, it's the most difficult thing we go through. The Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home helps you in your time of grief by providing compassionate, personalized care. Funeral Director Stephen E. Kazmarski and his attentive staff will handle the fine details of the funeral process, allowing you to focus on saying goodbye to your loved one and healing your grieving heart. Celebrate everything your family member meant to you by giving them a farewell that's worthy of a life well lived. The Stephen E. Kazmarski Funeral Home is a comforting, peaceful environment where families can gather and support each other, where you and your loved ones will be treated with the respect and dignity that you deserve. Stop in and discover the reason why so many Fayette County families entrust the Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home with the care of their loved one.
When water, smoke, or fire damage your home, it can be devastating. When every minute counts, call PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage. We're there for you when you need us the most, responding quickly with compassion, doing whatever it takes to give you back your home and sense of security. That's why we're trusted by insurance professionals and property owners nationwide. PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage.
Uniontown Area School Board member Lloyd Williams is happy to give our student athletes their chance in the spotlight through a partnership with Fayette TV. Lloyd Williams joins you in cheering for the Uniontown Red Raiders and wishes all players success in their academic and athletic pursuits. From Lloyd Williams and his family to our student athletes, play hard, be safe, and have fun.
I'm Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Uniontown High School getting ready to start the second half. And you look at the first half for the Red Raiders, Steve, they really can't have too many complaints up by 9.
No, it was tied at 13 at the end of one. They outscored the Mustangs 17-8 in that quarter to build a 9-point lead. And the Red Raiders playing pretty good basketball.
Of course, Steve, the Uniontown girls capturing a section title outright yesterday, defeating the Indiana girls. And for Coach Jason Winfrey and his squad, that's their second straight section title with only one conference loss. They should be in great shape, seed-wise, entering the WPIAL playoffs.
Yeah, should be.
They'll, of course, find out on Tuesday night their fate and who they'll be taking on once the playoffs get underway, likely on Friday, even though, Steve, you heard that they could actually start some preliminary round games on Thursday.
I was looking at the WPL site. They said they could have some games on Thursday. That most likely would be some play-in games, so I don't think either one of these teams would be doing that. so most likely Friday or Saturday.
And Uniontown starts the second half with the basketball, moving left to right, either across your radio dial or television sets. Uniontown 30, Laurel Highlands 21 as Crit has it on the right wing in the Laurel Highlands zone. Back up top to Xavier Ellis, fires it back to Crit. Now Ellis again between the circles. What have you noticed from Laurel Highlands defensively in this game, Steve?
Well, they're playing in a zone, trying to force Uniontown to shoot from the outside, and
they do that time, and Uniontown burns them with a three from Crit, his second made three of the night. He has 46 made threes this season, and Uniontown extends their lead now up to 33-21 over Laurel Highlands here at the 7:19 mark of the third. Liptock taking it inside, draws the contact. 2 free throws upcoming for Keith Liptock, and the Mustangs just really haven't gotten into a groove tonight, Steve.
No, they haven't, and that foul goes on Perkins, his first. And the Mustangs really, Guthrie, he starts the second half on the bench with 3 fouls. Coach Harger's going to try to go a little longer before he puts his star player back in the game. He doesn't want to get this game get away from him, though.
Liptock makes his first of 2. And Liptock, Steve, without a field goal tonight, Guthrie has only 1 field goal, has 4 points. So Uniontown has done a great job on Laurel Highlands' big guys this evening, and that bodes well for Uniontown. They have a playoff matchup against a team that is built similar to Laurel Highlands. 2 made free throws there from Liptock. The Uniontown lead at 10, and the Red Raiders drive back on the other side and draw a foul.
That's going to be a foul on probably Joe Pegg, and it is his second. And the Red Raiders doing a fantastic job, Brian, of getting the ball in the paint, especially with Guthrie out of the game. And, of course, they were doing it when he was in the game. That's why you get 3 fouls. And Pratt, Perkins, and Ellis are doing a great job, as well as Winfrey getting to the hoop.
And a rare free throw miss from Jordan Pratt. And now reload for a second. The Red Raiders leading by 10. Second free throw again, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Keith Liptock of Laurel Highlands. Sends it off to Lancaster. Brings it through center, off on the near wing to Hooper. Back to Lancaster. Laurel Highlands the basketball down by 10. Fed inside to Mansberry. Got pinned up, able to check that Herman, you're right. Able to regain, feed it over to Hooper. Finishes the play with a make. Michael Hooper. Now with 6 in this game, Mustangs back to within 8 of Uniontown at 33-25. Here's Birdie Winfrey high on the right in the Laurel Highlands zone. Birdie looking for room out there. Feeds it baseline to Perkins. Out again to Xavier Ellis. Off to his left to Crit. Crit a little head fake. In the corner again to Birdie. Back to Crit. Open look for 3. Off the back iron. No good. Hooper the rebound for Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs encouraging the 3-point attempts from Uniontown right now. Hooper off to Pegg. He launches a 3-ball short. Offensive rebound. Herman puts it down and able to put it back up again as it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Laurel Highlands and over to Uniontown.
And Herman got the rebound, Brian, tried to power dribble, and he just lost it. He just bounced it right off of his foot out of bounds. And he's right by the hoop. He could have just shot it right back up. He didn't need to dribble. An opportunity lost there for the Mustangs.
Birdie has it right now. Red Raiders the basketball up by 8. Over to Crit. Little head fake there. Rotates back, top of the key. Over to Birdie and now Crit. Left side Xavier Ellis. Baseline Jordan Pratt. Pratt kicks it back out again to Crit. Right side, Birdie Winfrey. Birdie right wing and in. Little floater up, but no good. Hooper the rebound for Laurel Highlands.
The Mustangs, Brian, you just want to keep this thing reasonably close until Coach Harger wants to put his players back in the game, which he's got Thomas over there on the bench right now, just 1 foul, but he really wants to get Guthrie back in the game, and he wants to try to delay it as long as he can. He can get it to the 4th quarter with him still, start the 4th quarter with just 3 fouls. He'd be thrilled if he's still in the game.
Hooper, 3-ball, air ball. Right into the hands of Birdie Winfrey. Forward to Xavier Ellis. Ellis with a seam, drives and scores.
That's what Ellis can do. He gets to the hoop. Timeout. Laurel Highlands. Coach Harger doesn't like it.
We'll take it as well. 5:11 left here in the third. Uniontown by 10 back in 30 seconds. And Autoland Suzuki High School Sports Night on WMBS and Fayette County Television.
Hey, you're clear. Seconds. 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome back to Uniontown High School. Red Raiders 35, Laurel Highlands 25, 5:11 left here in the third. Mustangs with the basketball as Michael Hooper will trigger it in. Keith Lipton. Back to Hooper.
2-2-1 pressure for the Red Raiders.
Now Lancaster picking it up for the Mustangs, launches a long two short, offensive rebound. Liptock had it for a moment, over to Pegg. Shot up on the way again, no good, and Jordan Pratt out of the mix with the basketball for Uniontown. Looking to run, nice move down the floor from Pratt. Takes it to the rack and gets decked from behind. 2 free throws upcoming for Jordan Pratt.
Good hard foul that time. Clean play by Hooper and Pegg. And let's see who they call the foul on. They just tried to stop the layup, and they're going to call it on Hooper, I believe.
His second personal.
Yep.
Second team foul against the Mustangs here in the second half. 4:50 left here in the third. First of 2 for Jordan Pratt, good.
If you see a couple more points without the Mustangs scoring, I would bet you'd see Guthrie get off that bench. Coach Hogger doesn't want this to get up to 15 points or so. Right now it's 11 and going to 12.
As Pratt makes his second. He has 16 points in this game. So Pratt shining here as a junior. He'll be back next season for the Red Raiders. He's leading Uniontown, averaging over 18 points a game. Here's Pegg back on the other side. Mustangs down by 12. Pegg leans and scores, banking it home. Joey Pegg, a much-needed basket.
Yeah, just the second field goal of the half. Just 6 points in the quarter so far for the Mustangs. They got to start scoring.
Uniontown lead at 10. Down low, Perkins puts it up and scores. Ball was held there for a moment, but they gave the continuation of Perkins, who finishes the play.
It was a good job by Lancaster to stick his hand in there and stop it, but Perkins had the presence of mind to put it back up.
Liptock through center, drives inside, and they're going to call a blocking foul here on Jeremy Perkins. The foul will be called on the floor before the shot attempt. So the basket will not count here for the Mustangs.
And Perkins did a good job of trying to stand his ground there. Got run over, tried to take the charge. He took the punishment, and then he got the foul. Tough one there for Perkins, but he did a good job of trying to take the charge.
Liptock to trigger it in. Send it high to Hooper. Mustangs getting close to a desperate point in this game. Down by 12 with 4:06 left here in the third. Here's Hooper. Sends it off to Liptock. Liptock shot up on the way again, no good. Loose down low, picked up by Joey Campbell in traffic. Off to Pratt and now Crit. Crit left wing in the Laurel Highlands zone. Off to Birdie Winfrey. Birdie driving in, trying to hand off, picked up by Lancaster, throw it right to Campbell, who puts it up and in.
Good job by Campbell to get that ball in the hoop.
Uniontown lead at 14. The Mustangs struggling right now. They have it down low. Hooper with a made shot out in front after getting the feed from Peter Herman. Hooper with 8. Mustangs back to within 12 at 41-29.
Mustangs look like they're really being affected by the big crowd, by not able to score around the hoop. And they're shooting at the end where all the fans are underneath the hoop on that one end.
A lot of their fans, though, are down there as well. Here's Jordan Pratt trying to finish the play down low. Shot would not drop.
Should be the third foul on Hooper if they call it there. He was the one that swatted Pratt.
We'll wait for that foul to get posted.
And they posted on Hooper. That's his third.
So you have Hooper with 3. And, of course, Guthrie with 3 for Laurel Highlands. An area of concern for Coach Hogger's squad as Pratt now makes his third consecutive free throw. He has 17 points so far in this contest, and now Guthrie off the bench and back in the game for Laurel Highlands.
And Patrick Mahoney checks back in.
Second time we've seen Patrick play tonight, the 5'7" sophomore guard.
Coach Hogger looking for a little offense right now. He needs to find somebody that can put the ball in the basket.
Pratt makes another free throw. He's at 4 straight, and the Red Raiders lead by 14, 43-29. Here's Mahoney. Mahoney coming down low, puts it up, shot attempt no good. Loose baseline, Mustangs keep it alive, and Guthrie finishes the play out in front. Shane Guthrie now with 6. Mustangs back to within 12. Hooper close to steal in front of the Uniontown bench, goes crashing out of bounds, but will also carry the basketball out of bounds.
Give Mansbury, sorry Brian, give Mansbury some credit there. He saved that ball and flipped it over to Guthrie for the bucket, and it was a much needed bucket for the Mustangs.
Timeout Laurel Highlands, 2:58 left here in the third, 43-31 Red Raiders. We're back in 30 seconds at Ottoland Suzuki High School Sports Night on WMBS and Fayette County Television.
Hey, Brian.
Extend it to a 60 play, Campbell.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, your college basketball pregame show for tomorrow is the redlining.
I know it's not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I got to do it tomorrow. I recorded it with Mook, but I didn't save it yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you deleted them. Sorry.
Yeah, I do that just so stuff doesn't get misplayed.
Okay. 20 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, get out your blue ticket for the 50-50 drawing number.
13
Tonight's
seconds.
50-50 drawing number 365111. 365111.
2 and 1.
Welcome back to Uniontown High School, 43-31. Uniontown leading Laurel Highlands. 2:58 left here in the third. Brian Morozak along with Steve Suprick. Dave Sislerik and
Call
the
a
crew
foul
here.
on Kaczmarski, and he was Mahoney playing defense, and Crit elbowed him right in front of the official.
Second personal against Crit. Dave Sislerik and the crew at Fayette County Television. Nick Barczyk, our statistician, and Nick Kraft back at WNBS Central tonight. Laurel Highlands getting the basketball back after the Uniontown foul. Down by 12. Mahoney has it near corner. Sends it up top to Pegg. Works between the circles. Pegg now directs traffic. Off again to Mahoney. And now Pegg again high on the right with
3-2 zone for the Red Raiders, trying to force the ball around.
Pegg has it far side. 2:34 left here in the third. And the Mustangs turn it over. Ball over the head of Mahoney. Coming back here, Winfrey. Mahoney trying to hold his position, but he's going to be called for the blocking foul. And Birdie Winfrey with 2 free throws upcoming.
Good job by Mahoney to try to get back, but he got there a little late. And you got to give Winfrey a chance to finish the play. And that'll be the second foul on Mahoney.
First of 2 at the free throw line for Birdie Winfrey. Unable to get that one to drop.
So far, a good foul by Mahoney. He stops at least 1 point. Would have been an easy layup for Winfrey.
Now for a second. Again, no good at the back of the rim. Guthrie the rebound. In traffic, lost it to Pratt for a moment, but able to regain. Off to Mahoney and now Pegg. Pegg might have got away with a walk. Now he's going to spot up and hit the 3. Big 3 from Joey Pegg to pull the Mustangs back to the 9 of Uniontown at 43-34. 2:08 left here in the third. Crit says it's go time. Drives back with the left hand, no good. Basketball loose and picked up by the Mustangs. Mansberry in traffic. Off to Mahoney and now Pegg. Pegg inside! Finishes the play. Joey Pegg with 7 here in the third. Timeout Uniontown. 1:53 left here in the third. We have a game again. Uniontown 43, Laurel Highlands 36. Back in a moment here on Fayette County Television and 590 WNBS. It's Otto Lane Suzuki High School Sports Night.
Okay, you're clear.
Just a 30 here.
Okay.
We'll take a 60 if the quarter ends, just so you know. Have that queued up.
You got Pegg with 15 points?
Correct.
Okay.
13 seconds. Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Back here at Uniontown High School, the Red Raiders leading Laurel Highlands 43-36. Uniontown has controlled this game, Steve, for much of the contest. And just over the last minute or two, a little surge back from the Mustangs, trying to get back into this game, down 7.
Well, you couldn't think they were going to go away quietly, and they, like you said, a little bit of a surge. Mahoney comes in, provides a little bit of a spark for the Mustangs, along with Guthrie, and actually Mansberry's done a good job on the boards as well.
Birdie Winfrey with it now for Uniontown, spinning inside with the left hand, can't finish the play. Campbell got hit from behind. Should be a foul here on Laurel Highlands.
And Coach Kaczmarski is furious. He wants the foul on Guthrie, but they're going to put it on Hooper, which might be just as good because Hooper's been doing a lot of damage himself. But I know Coach K would love to see Guthrie get his 4th foul.
Well, Hooper gets his 4th, and Campbell goes to the foul line for Uniontown. Free throw shooting decided the first contest of the season between these two teams. Might come down to free throw shooting again tonight, and a big make there from Joey Campbell at the foul line.
And Cody Thomas, who started the game, no points tonight, is going to come back in for Hooper, who sits down with 8 points but 4 fouls.
Uniontown by 8, trying to make it 9 here with a made free throw from Joey Campbell. It's no good at the back of the rim. It's deflected around here on the near side. And a foul called here on Uniontown's Xavier Ellis.
And Uniontown playing pretty aggressive. Just the first foul on Ellis. Not a bad try there for him to try to make a steal there. So
4th team foul against the Red Raiders here in the second half. Uniontown with 3 timeouts remaining in this game. Laurel Highlands with 2.
Lancaster comes back in for Mahoney, who did a pretty good job out there. Just a sophomore.
I agree. We'll see some more minutes in the coming years for Rick Hager's squad. Lancaster in the backcourt.
Lancaster getting himself in trouble there. Now he gets it across.
Off on the right side, driving in is Thomas, blocked away by Campbell. Red Raiders pick it up, bounce pass forward. Pratt to Birdie Winfrey, who drives right block and scores. Birdie with 6. Red Raiders back on top by 10, answering the little surge for the Mustangs.
Birdie might have got away with the steps on that play, but he gets away with it and gets the hoop.
Little give and go for Laurel Highlands, driving inside Cody Thomas. He draws the contact. 2 free throws upcoming for Thomas.
That's what Thomas should have done last time. That time he tried a dipsy-do little hook shot. If he goes straight to the basket, he's going to get the call. And that's a 3rd foul on Campbell. And Thomas will go to the line. He hasn't scored yet tonight. These are big free throws at this point of the game.
First of 2, no good for Cody Thomas, who came into this game, Steve, with only 1 free throw attempt on the season, believe it or not.
And he missed that one. So he's 0 for 2 on the year.
Uniontown by 10, 46-36 here on 590 WMBS and Fayette County TV.
Nick Copeland, a senior, averaging just under 2 points a game, checks in the game.
Second free throw from Cody Thomas is good. Thomas's first point in this contest has the Mustangs back to within 9. Under a minute left here in the third. Pratt with it up top, works left of the lane, comes inside, floater no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and rejected there by Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas blocked it, and Mansbury had the presence of mind to keep it from going out of bounds, and the Mustangs get it back.
Copeland turning it over. Intercepted by Birdie Winfrey. Birdie driving back and scoring for the Red Raiders.
That's a killer turnover by Copeland, and Coach Auger didn't like it.
Red Raiders by 11. Under 30 seconds left here in the third. Uniontown looking to even the season series between these two teams. Copeland coming down low and finishes the play there with a scoop shot, trying to make amends for the turnover on the last possession. It's a 9-point Uniontown lead at 48-39. Great up top, trying to work around Lancaster. Pivots, lost the dribble, needs help, finds it from Xavier Ellis. Hands off to Pratt. Go time for the Raiders. Down to 2, down to 1 in the quarter. Shot on the way at the buzzer. No good from Jordan Pratt, but Uniontown takes a 9-point lead to the end of the third, up 48-39 here on 590 WMBS and Fayette County Television. It's Otto Lane Suzuki High School Sports Night.
Just the 60 here, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay. Auto 90.
I can't because of TV. Your audio is picked up on TV a lot, Nick, during these breaks. Just watch what you say.
Okay.
They both scored 18 points that quarter, huh?
Correct.
Am I saying something I shouldn't say?
Well, last time I was watching the last Uniontown Laurel Highlands game, and you were talking about you had the codes wrong for Tri-County Tire. I heard it on the TV broadcast.
Oh, okay. Three, 2, and 1.
Welcome back to Uniontown High School. Ready to start the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders trying to seal the deal tonight against Laurel Highlands, up 9 here as we go to the fourth. The Mustangs will start the fourth quarter with the basketball.
Liptock will check back in the game. Both teams scored 18 points in that quarter. So kind of a standstill there. And the Mustangs got down, though, and then made a little comeback to get it back to an even quarter, but they need to do better than that.
Lancaster for 3, drains it from up top. Second made 3 ball of the night for Nick Lancaster. And just like that, the Mustangs back to within 6. And Steve, over the course of this season, Laurel Highlands has done a great job finishing games.
Well, they're never out of game when you can shoot threes.
Here's Birdie Winfrey driving inside and scoring. Birdie Winfrey's had a nice night, Steve, now with 10. Lancaster trapped, trying to work out of it, and the Mustangs turn it over. So Uniontown will have to trigger it in here in front of the Laurel Highlands bench. 7:18 left here in the fourth. Birdie Winfrey on the left wing, coming inside, driving and scoring. Back-to-back buckets made from Birdie Winfrey. He has 12, and the Uniontown lead now extended back up to 10 at 52-42. Lancaster over to Thomas. Turns it over again, picked up by Crit. Hands off Jordan Pratt, floater in the lane short, loose down low. Picked up by Liptock, headman pass down the floor to Guthrie, who's behind the play, and burns the Red Raiders with an easy 2. Guthrie with 8. Laurel Highlands back to within 8 of Uniontown. Now Guthrie a foul down low, and Uniontown's Jordan Pratt to shoot 2 free throws here at the 6:39 mark of the fourth.
And they're going to call that foul, not on Guthrie, though, and Coach K can't believe it. They're going to call it on number 4, Cody Thomas.
And Pratt to shoot 2, first of 2 up on the way, and good for Jordan Pratt. Pratt with 19 in this game. He's made his last 5 free throws. Red Raiders by 9. 6:39 left here in the fourth. Pratt's second free throw, no good, off the back of the rim. Guthrie the rebound for Laurel Highlands. Off to Lancaster. Lancaster trying to push it forward, deflected by the Red Raiders, but saved by the Mustangs. Guthrie has it, pulls it back. Lancaster, another 3 ball on the way short, deflected out of bounds, and it will stay here with Laurel Highlands with 6:21 left here in the fourth. And the Red Raiders leading by 9.
It's getting a little bit testy out there, Brian. Pratt and Liptock having some words.
Thomas to trigger it in. Feeds it into Guthrie, right of the lane. Battles inside, puts up the shot attempt, no good. Perkins the rebound, looking to run here with Birdie Winfrey. Birdie drives inside, a miss. Boost down low, foul called off the rebound. Looks like it's going to go on Uniontown's Jeremy Perkins. He doesn't like that call, Steve.
No, he doesn't. And he was just hustling down, and he gets his 3rd foul. That'll bring Campbell back in, who also has 3 fouls. Next foul put either team in the 1-and-1.
So Uniontown led by 9 at halftime, led by 9 after 3, and the lead again, Steve, at 9 points at 53-44. Here's Lancaster through center, right wing in the Uniontown zone, pulling it out to Cody Thomas, trying to pivot back to Peg, intercepted by Birdie Winfrey. Off to Crit. Crit is seen to the rack, drives inside a miss. Pratt trying to clean it up, no good. Whistle on the floor and a foul called.
It's going to be on Liptock, I believe. Number 11? No,
well, Lancaster, 22.
Just his first foul. I got to believe Coach Hogger is going to have to call a timeout pretty soon, regroup.
Has only 2 remaining. And Pratt now has 20 points after a made free throw there. 5:56 left in regulation. The Uniontown lead at 10. Pratt now taking his time here at the free throw line. Second free throw attempt good for Jordan Pratt. He has 21. And the Uniontown lead back up to 11. And you have to think at this point of the game, a lot of pressure here on the Mustangs.
They got to keep scoring. And they got to play some defense. They can't just trade buckets with Uniontown right now. Uniontown will do that all day.
Contact down low. Which way is it going to go?
It's going to be a foul on Campbell or Liptock.
We'll wait for it to get posted here. Looks like it's going to go on Uniontown's Joey Campbell.
That's a situation there where he's getting he and Liptock fighting for position down there, and Campbell got caught for the last push. Both of them were pushing each other, and
that's his 4th.
Yeah, we could have called it on either one, but they give the foul to Campbell.
Lancaster now over to Peg. Inside to Guthrie, out to Hooper, 3 ball on the way, a bit too strong. Birdie Winfrey the rebound for Uniontown. Got to work out of traffic. Liptock frustrated out there as Winfrey comes forward and is fouled there by Joey Peg. And you can sense the frustration from Laurel Highlands right now, Steve.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on number 5, Peg. That's his third.
Liptock could have very easily been called for a swat there as well.
He could have been called for a couple of fouls down at the end after the rebound. And the official let him play.
Winfrey's first of 2, good. And after really being banged up over the last week or two, Steve, Birdie Winfrey has come to play tonight.
13 points.
Second free throw from Birdie, banks it home. Everything going the way of the Red Raiders right now, who lead by 13, 57-44. 5:22 left here in the fourth. Nick Copeland to trigger the basketball in here for the Mustangs. So Uniontown looking for a share of their 3rd straight section title. The Mustangs have at least a share, trying to win it outright. Willing to rally back here in the fourth. Here's Lancaster up top. Pressured by Crit. Trying to dance out of it. Sending it off to his right to Copeland.
The Mustangs cannot afford to just let the clock run. The Red Raiders will let them sit out there all day long.
And the Mustangs cough it up again. Great no-look pass forward to Birdie Winfrey. Another finish from Birdie. Coach Hogger's going to need a timeout. Winfrey with 8 here in the fourth and 16 for the game. Uniontown by 15. Peg trying to get the Mustangs back into a 3-ball, no good. Red Raiders in transition. This game falling apart for Laurel Highlands as Crit finishes the play again for Uniontown. Crit with 8. Uniontown, their largest lead of the night. Laurel Highlands is going to take a timeout. 4:29 left here in the fourth. Uniontown 61, Laurel Highlands 44. Back in 60 seconds at Adelaide Suzuki High School Sports Night.
When you need to depend on your tires, you're clear.
Calling you back. We had an echo there, Dave. I just got to wait for it to reset here. We had an echo there, Dave. I'm trying to get rid of it just to keep you in the loop. I had to call Nick back. Nick, you there?
Try it again.
I gotta wait for it to reset. Lancaster with the basketball for Laurel Highlands, kicked in the corner. 3-ball on the way, no good. Peg gets his own rebound, drives inside and scores. Joey Peg. Peg now with 17 for the Mustangs. Basketball deflected out of bounds. And it will go over to Laurel Highlands, but Uniontown 61, Laurel Highlands 46. Hey, can you put us back on, please?
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Okay. I called you back the first time, didn't hear you.
Yeah, I kept talking to you. You didn't hear me.
Nope.
10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1.
Back here at Uniontown High School, we apologize for the delay. We had a little outage here with one of our units, but it's a 15-point lead for Uniontown over Laurel Highlands, 61-46, 3:18 left here in the fourth, and the folks really didn't miss much, Steve.
Now just a couple of buckets by each squad, still a 15-point lead, 61-46. The Red Raiders in command, trying to run some clock now with 3:14 and counting.
So entering the playoffs, Steve, if you were the WPIL playoff committee, where would you see Uniontown and Laurel Highlands right now?
They're probably in a 7 to 10 range, both of them. Maybe, wouldn't think they're much, maybe 6, maybe.
There'll be section co-champs over and back violation here against the Red Raiders. So you have to think that adds some weight, but as we talked about during the first segment of our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, if you look at the combined record that both of these teams' opponents have had so far this season, it's not pretty.
No, well, but they can't control that, though.
No, you're right on that. You're right on that. Red Raiders now fire it out of bounds here as Crit looking for a save on the near side, and you're right, they can control who they play. And you wonder how much does that factor in from the seeding committee. Uniontown, of course, a couple of playoff wins a few seasons back, and it seems like for the most part, with the exception of Laurel Highlands' last playoff appearance when they entered the playoffs as a 4 seed and lost in double overtime against Highlands, they generally have done well under Coach Hager in the postseason. Here's Mahoney, long 2 from up top, no good. Offensive rebound, Liptak scoring on the putback and drawing the foul. Keith Liptak now with 5 in this game.
And the foul's going to go on Campbell. That's his 4th. Of course, with a 61-48 lead, the Red Raiders are feeling pretty comfortable, I would think, at this point.
Liptak now trying to cap off the 3-point play. The free throw attempt spins out. Put back, no good, near side. Hooper picked up by Uniontown's Jordan Pratt. The Red Raiders a 13-point lead. 2:27 left here in the 4th. And Uniontown on their way to improving to 16-3 on the season. And that will be their record entering the WPIL playoffs. Uniontown was scheduled to play Obama Academy tomorrow. They actually canceled that game this morning. So this will be their last regular season game. The playoff pairings will be announced on Tuesday night. And Uniontown will likely start in the playoffs next weekend. Now trying to dance off some clock are the Red Raiders. Now Xavier Ellis and Liptak getting into it, and Xavier Ellis is going to pick up a technical, and he needs to just be quiet right now, Steve. He needs to be quiet because if he keeps going after the referee, he's going to pick up a double technical foul and not be able to play in the playoffs. Someone needs to pull him aside and just put him on the bench.
They need to just tackle him and get him off the court.
So the referee's now sorting things out. Now Ellis going to the foul line. Was a technical called here?
No, well the foul
personal was on Liptak. I got you.
Yeah, the foul was on Liptak, and then Ellis got a technical.
I'm surprised somebody didn't go over and tackle him, Steve, though. You're right, one of his teammates. Especially after picking up the initial technical foul. I think that was one of the reasons Uniontown originally scheduled that game with Obama Academy tomorrow, just in case they'd have a situation where a player would pick up a double technical. In this game, they'd be able to sit down at the exhibition game and be eligible to play for the playoffs. And it actually hurt because during the junior varsity game, Lyric Ellis got kicked out of the game, and he'll be ineligible to play for the first playoff game.
Yeah, and that could hurt. I mean, he's a pretty good player, and he's got some good minutes when they've needed him.
Xavier makes his first of 2 here. The Uniontown lead still at 14 and no danger of a Mustang comeback with only 2:01 left. And drain is second as well. And if I was Uniontown head coach Rob Kazmarski, I think I'd make Ellis sit the rest of the way. No reason to even roll the dice at this point. You don't need him out there. You're up by 15. Because if you leave him out there and something else transpires, then he's not going to be able to play in the playoffs. Mahoney will shoot the technical free throws on the other side. He's Laurel Highlands' best free throw shooter at 87%. But he misses his first of 2 here.
And Brian, you would think that these kids would know better than that. They know, Ellis, he's the quarterback of the football team. He has to realize, hey, you're up 15 points. There's no reason for any of that. I know the emotions get to these kids, but they have to be smarter than that. Brian, he just can't. There's no reason for him to talk back to the official in that situation. He already got the foul call.
As you look at the playoffs, especially as well as his brother Lyric has played as of late, that could really hurt the Red Raiders not having him available in a playoff game. Mahoney a miss from the outside. Pratt the rebound for Uniontown. Final 1:50 left here in the 4th. Uniontown up by 15, 63-48. Now the referee's taking a timeout. What happened to Crit there, Steve?
I don't know.
I think he lost a contact.
He lost a contact. And Ellis, Booty Ellis back in the game. Taking a chance.
Yeah, you talk about rolling the dice with 1:44 to play. Up by 15, and the kid has a technical foul on him. Crit sends in the backcourt to Jordan Pratt. Picked up here by Hooper. Back over to Crit. Just not having one contact, not phasing him that much out there. Jordan Pratt high on the left. Back over to Xavier Ellis. Final 1:20 left here in the fourth. Ellis trying to dance things out. Pressure there. He'll scrum for the basketball. And we got a timeout on the floor. Mustangs will take it with 1:15 left here in the fourth. Uniontown 63, Laurel Highlands 48. Back in a moment on 590 WMBS and Fayette County TV. It's Autoland Suzuki High School Sports Night.
Hey, you're clear.
Sorry about that. We had an echo with that unit, and I didn't know if you were getting the echo feed or not, and I had to reset it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we through break-wise?
Suzuki.
Okay, break 43?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want to stay anymore. I don't want my voice going on the TV broadcast.
Oh, I hear you.
I'll have to do something back here. Seconds. 3, 2, and 1.
Back here at Uniontown High School, Red Raiders by 15 with 1:15 left here in the fourth. And give Uniontown credit here tonight, Steve. They came to play. A lot on the line for the Red Raiders.
Well, they played a pretty good game.
Now both team student sections kind of getting into it a little bit as Hooper drives and scores for Laurel Highlands. Hooper with 10. Now a quick foul called here with 1:02 to play. And a 13-point lead for Uniontown. So both of these teams' regular seasons will be done after this contest. Again, the playoff pairings will come out on Tuesday. And I think you're right, Steve. I think these teams will probably get seeded somewhere between 6 and 9, I would think. I think being section co-champs, I really can't see them dropping anywhere below the 8 or 9 match.
I would think not.
As Crit makes his first of 2 here at the free throw line. And it's good to see these programs having so much success this season as Crit misses a second. Hooper picks up the loose basketball here for Laurel Highlands. Long three from the left wing short. Out of bounds and over to Uniontown. I know you have to pull your chair out a little bit as the fans getting a little active out there as Copeland a foul on the far side for Laurel Highlands. Red Raiders by 14. And join us tomorrow on WMBS with men's college basketball action for you at 2 o'clock. Penn State Fayette wrapping up a successful regular season, trying to secure a home playoff game as they host Brandywine. I have the call of that game from over at the Everly campus for you tomorrow on WMBS. Winfrey another make of the free throw line, and he has to be one of our top candidates this week for our Red Raider Player of the Week. Of course, brought to you by our friends at the Keselowski Funeral Home of Uniontown. And nice to see Chris Elam getting an opportunity to play during his senior year here in the Uniontown Laurel Highlands game as he checks in. Second free throw from Birdie Winfrey, no good. Hooper, the rebound, slipped. And it'll be Uniontown's basketball, and Hooper might have turned an ankle there. Quick Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout with 51 seconds left here in the fourth. And that's not what Coach Hager wants to see, Steve, as we enter the postseason.
Nope, he's played a pretty good game tonight.
Hooper now will check out. If you happen to get banged up, give Jim Burns a call at the Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. You can visit Jim at 160 Wayland Smith Drive or call 724-437-7500. Relief is closer than you think. Final minute here at Uniontown High School. Red Raiders up by 15, 65-50. Birdie Winfrey trying to dance around Nick Copeland here. And Birdie's going to lose the handle. And the basketball over to Laurel Highlands with 31 seconds to play. So we thought we might have a dramatic finish here tonight, Steve, but not the case.
Nope. Utown's going to put some of the younger kids in the game. Miles Jackson, DeAndre Winfrey, Nate Guerriere gets in the game.
Big win for the Uniontown seniors here in their final regular season game at Uniontown High School. I think playoffs will just come down to matchups. Was that Copeland, Steve, out of my range?
I couldn't see. I think it was.
We'll give it to Copeland.
Yep.
On the made 3 ball. Certainly haven't had the best vantage point tonight, but trying to make do here at Uniontown High School. Ball tipped out of bounds and over to Laurel Highlands, 65-53. Uniontown by 12, final 9 seconds. Mustangs bounce it down low, looking for Tom Byers, deflected out of there by Uniontown. Jackson picks it up. Shot from midcourt off the glass, no good, but Elam's putback is good, and the Uniontown students will now rush the court. Will they count Elam's basket there, Steve?
Yes.
So counted for Elam. Red Raiders will win it, and both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands will be section co-champs. Back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on Adeline Suzuki High School Sports Day on WMBS and Fayette County Television.
Fayette TV thanks Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning for their support of community television and Red Raider basketball. Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Fayette, Greene, and Washington area for 4 generations. Your heating and air conditioning experts, servicing all brands including Lennox and Carrier. Call Campbell Heating and Air Conditioning today at 724-438-8149. The experienced team of home builders at Century Construction supports your Red Raider basketball team at Uniontown Area High School. Century Construction has been a member of the community since 1974. They are a small company by choice with a focus on customer satisfaction. They've built hundreds of homes within a 60-mile radius of Uniontown and perform commercial custom work too. Learn more about saving money with the Owner Builder Program when you visit their website at centuryconstruction-pa.com. Your full-service construction and development corporation, Century Construction, is proud to help bring you today's broadcast of Red Raider basketball. Call them at 724-437-2752.
Attorney Joseph M. George is a proud supporter of Uniontown Red Raider basketball. Attorney Joseph M. George is grateful for the opportunity to serve our community and wishes all of our local teams and coaches the best of luck this season and in all of their future endeavors.
None of us are immune from losing a loved one, and for many, it's the most difficult thing we go through. The Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home helps you in your time of grief by providing compassionate, personalized care. Funeral Director Stephen E. Kazmarski and his attentive staff will handle the fine details of the funeral process, allowing you to focus on saying goodbye to your loved one and healing your grieving heart. Celebrate everything your family member meant to you by giving them a farewell that's worthy of a life well lived. The Stephen E. Kazmarski Funeral Home is a comforting, peaceful environment where families can gather and support each other, where you and your loved ones will be treated with the respect and dignity that you deserve. Stop in and discover the reason why so many Fayette County families entrust the Stephen E. Kazmarski III Funeral Home with the care of their loved one.
When water, smoke, or fire damage your home, it can be devastating. When every minute counts, call PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage. We're there for you when you need us the most, responding quickly with compassion, doing whatever it takes to give you back your home and sense of security. That's why we're trusted by insurance professionals and property owners nationwide. PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage.
Uniontown area school board member Lloyd Williams is happy to give our student athletes their chance in the spotlight through a partnership with Fayette TV. Lloyd Williams joins you in cheering for the Uniontown Red Raiders and wishes all players success in their academic and athletic pursuits. From Lloyd Williams and his family to our student athletes, play hard, be safe, and have fun.
Brian Morozak and Steve Subrick wrapping things up here from Uniontown High School, where the Red Raiders were victorious in their final regular season game of the year, 67-53 over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Steve, the first time these two teams met, it was the big guys for Laurel Highlands that got the job done, but only 13 points combined between Keith Liptock and Shane Guthrie tonight.
Yeah, the Red Raiders did a really good job kind of bottlenecking those two down low, and the Red Raiders did a good job of getting the ball inside against the big guys. They were against their zone, and Laurel Highlands was packing it in, daring the Red Raiders to shoot from the outside. They made a few, but they really did a great job of getting the ball down low and getting Guthrie in a lot of foul trouble early, which was a big part of the game.
Jordan Pratt effective as always for the Red Raiders, and I was really impressed with Birdie Winfrey's play tonight.
Birdie Winfrey, 17 points. He was all over the floor on the defensive end and on the offensive end, and Pratt did a good job as always, and the Red Raiders just did a great job of moving the ball around and getting the ball to all their players.
For Uniontown, it's their third straight section championship. They'll share it with the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Steve, it's been a lot of fun bringing the folks the games this season on FCTV. Enjoyed working with you, and hopefully we can work together on some broadcasts in the future.
Let's hopefully we get a few playoff games and hopefully get more than one this year.
Uniontown victorious tonight over Laurel Highlands, 67-53. For Dave and the rest of the crew here at Fayette TV, my broadcast partner Steve Subrick, this is Brian Morozak, saying have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, Uniontown wins it 67-53 over Laurel Highlands.